Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Smash for Tuesday, September 5th, 2023. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Cheers, my love.
Cheers.
We are in Westhampton. Coming up, Kelly was right about masks. There's a groundbreaking study on the effectiveness of masks, and they are apparently not effective at all at stopping COVID. Will Andy Cohen apologize to Kelly? That burning question and much more coming up here on the Daily Smash. First, our show is brought to you by Iylia wine. Oh, I didn't try it yet. Hold on.
Oh, it's delicious. It's delish. People are asking, everybody asks my outfit.
Oh. Look at that beautiful dress.
Don't I look so Hampton-y?
You do. And I have my white pants on. And a new shirt that Kelly bought me today at the
This
outlet
dress is
mall.
old. What's the brand? I think they still make it, though. I've had it for years.
Staud.
Dodd.
Iylia wine is designed in New York, where we are now, but it's made in Spain using Spanish grapes, and it is absolutely fantastic. You can get yours at 20% off using the discount code RickandKelly20, or if you buy 3 or more bottles, you will get free shipping. So we encourage you to try your Iylia wine. It's a great summer wine, and there's like 2 more weeks of summer left.
This summer went by like that.
So effing fast.
I hope you guys had a great vacation.
Me too. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed your Labor Day.
I know we did.
I labored a little bit today, and I have some video of me trimming the hedges, which is very exciting, the hedges around the pool. And then I have some before and after pictures of the, what would you call that out front? It's not really a hedge, it's like a...
They look like pine trees.
But it's like a planter box behind a slate wall, but it's not a box, it's just an area. But it was all overgrown with grass, so we're here to get things cleaned up to get it ready for sale. We're gonna take pictures, drone pictures.
So, take Shoshana shopping today at the outlets. I didn't tell you this yet, because I just got home. Got done taking a shower. She's outside. So I said to Shoshana, I said, she's 27. She works her butt off. She lives in the city. She's young, single. And I said, Shoshana, I'm going to take you shopping. And we're going to go to the outlets. Because there's nowhere to shop here in Westhampton, okay? Everything is like in Southampton, or you have to go to Riverhead.
Yeah.
So I go,
I mean, there's some cute stores. We went to some of them yesterday.
Where?
In Westhampton. There's a couple cute little stores.
Oh, mixology's cute. Oh, yes. Yeah.
There are a couple cute stores.
There are. Strike that. I meant like big stores.
Yeah.
Like Nordstrom, things like that. Saks. But there is off Saks over there. So I drove her to, and I said, your dad said I was going to buy you some stuff. So we go into Adidas.
Yeah.
She picks up a few things there.
Yeah.
The line was out the door.
Really?
And then there was like people waiting to get it. Was something that I've never seen before, like ever in my life. Like,
Labor Day sale?
But it wasn't really that big of a deal. Like
really?
It wasn't that whatever. So I buy her some stuff there. I spent like $60.
Yeah.
Then we go to Nike. Buy you a few things.
Thanks for that.
$400.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, let's go to Saks to buy shirts for you. Like I got this Vince stuff. Like to go shopping for him. I buy a couple Notori pajamas, some Free People pajamas for myself. Then she comes at the last minute. She grabs like a whole buttload of stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because she knew I was paying. But I was happy to do so. Because I remember in my 20s working and struggling and, like I actually didn't ever struggle in my 20s because I worked my butt off. But
I did. I struggled.
I didn't. I actually did not struggle in my 20s.
I struggled. My first job in South Carolina when I was 27, I was making $250 a week. I had to pay rent, I had to make a car payment, I had to buy groceries.
I always made more than my peers in my 20s. Like I bought my house myself, without my parents helping me. I guess I did have a leg up because my parents sued because I got bit by a dog. So I had
a little.
I had a little boost.
A little. What do you call it? A nest egg.
A little nest egg.
How much in clothes did we buy her?
Well, collectively, because I only bought 2 things for myself, pajamas. I $468. $68.
$800. Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, good for
at
her.
the outlets.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been $2,000 if it was regular price.
Well, I'm glad that she got some cool stuff. She showed me the leopard print thing.
Oh yeah, she wanted. I'm like, try it on. It looked good on her.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, good. We went to a party in Southampton yesterday. We don't really have a good travel story. I mean, we flew JetBlue Mint and it was awesome.
Rick wanted to stay 5 more hours. He was like, I could totally stay on this plane and go to Europe.
It was too quick. You know, when you come this way with the jet stream at your tail, it's 5 hours on the plane. And it was so nice on JetBlue Mint that we were landing. I was like, I could do another 5 hours.
We had fun.
It was great.
That JetBlue Mint is the best.
We watched movies together. We had a great dinner.
Oh, fabulous.
Like ridiculously good.
I wish we would just go back at dinner time. Because I never eat breakfast anyway. So it's kind of, kind of sucks.
I mean, I could try and change the flight, but we have an early morning flight on 9/11. We're flying. Which is probably the safest day to fly now.
I don't, we're going to put this house on the market.
Yeah, it'll be the end of an era. I want to talk more about that later in the week. We have a lot of other stuff to get to.
Okay, go ahead.
But I mean, I'm just saying.
I have a video of the house in the Hamptons from yesterday.
Oh, yeah. So we went to that party. Mm-hmm. Andrew Molen was there, our friend, the chef.
I have some cool video.
Okay. You want to, are you narrated on the video?
I did.
All right, good. Let's watch Kelly's video.
Okay. Jules, I like your outfit.
Why, thank you. I like your outfit better. Do you like this outfit?
I do. I like it. All right, I'm going to put you on my thing. Okay, I'm doing a little video, and I'm going to show how beautiful you guys are. Wow. Is that okay?
What are we doing?
I just like the fashion here. I don't think it's
Come
funny.
here and take a picture with us. Why are you gonna be able to?
No, I'm just doing a video for my YouTube on like Hamptons.
Wow. I look like White Trash Trailer Park.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, okay.
That's our thing.
You want to try the salmon too, huh? Yep.
I shot a little video, too, of Andrew cooking. Here's that. You know, it's your party, your birthday party. You're not supposed to be cooking.
That's fine. You know what? I don't trust anyone else to do it. Only if you would do it, Rick.
Oh, I can't compete with you, bro. Look at this. Did you prepare? Tell us what we're eating today.
So we got chicken skewers, salmon skewers, we got a summer salmon, we got skirt steak with chimichurri, we got a really good, it's not a Greek salad, it's almost Greek with lobster on it.
Nice.
We got a blackberry dressing salad with goat cheese, blackberries, raisins, pistachios, and a lot more to come.
Look at you.
Stand by.
Are these ready? Oh, shit. Some Salt Bay action?
Oh yeah.
Is that shrimp? Oh, that's salmon.
It's all chicken.
Oh, that's all chicken?
Pollo. You live in California, it's called pollo.
Aha. I'm a fan. It was a cool house. I thought that the guy should have turned that pool house into an actual pool house with like an open room facing the pool. You know, with a bathroom and a living area.
I agree. It's just so different out here on the East Coast than it is on the West Coast. Like on the East Coast, it's not. On the West Coast, it's like living outside.
Yeah, it's a lot of
like
outdoor living.
Pocket doors are open.
Right.
Indoor, outdoor living. Everyone has an outdoor kitchen in the backyard.
Yeah.
Here, it's not like that as much.
I wonder if it's partly because of the bugs, because the bugs get so bad.
I think it's probably because the heat. I don't know. I know, like in Arizona and in California, everything's indoor, outdoor. Like you can have your pocket doors wide open.
Yeah.
Everyone has like a pool house.
Yeah, but like if we had pocket doors on this house and we kept them open, there would be mosquitoes and flies in this house. There'd be a lot of mosquitoes in here. Mm-hmm. Like you wouldn't be able to keep them out. You need the screens.
Right.
So maybe that's why. I don't know, but maybe that's part of it.
But the guy made, on this house, I'm going to show you, made $270,000 2 months in a row.
Renting for July and August was $275. That's what Andrew said.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got about 60 for this, for July and August.
This is Westhampton, and it's a smaller house.
Yeah, but I mean, 1 month paid the mortgage for the year, so we made money. But we're going to try and sell it. If you're interested in a home in Westhampton, it is an amazing piece of property.
And you can make a lot of money on this house. I mean, we did during COVID. So if we lived here, we'd probably tear it down and build a brand new house on this property. I know, but I'm not an East Coaster.
No.
There's no way
I'm not anymore.
There's no way I could live here. Even though I think it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. I can't handle the humidity and I can't stand the bugs. Well,
the funny thing is, the last time we came here in May, Kelly was so sick because of the pollen, I guess, and her allergies kicked in. She was like really miserable. And this time, before we came, we ordered New York honey. We were both taking teaspoons of honey every night for like 3 nights. We get here, Kelly's fine, and I was really sick all day yesterday, really, really bad. Like sinus headache, couldn't stop sneezing. I'm a California guy now.
Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, I'm like
feel weird?
Fully adjusted to California. And I love it there. Ted surprises. My buddy Ted was here in the driveway waiting for us when we got pulled in yesterday afternoon. And I told him I was selling the house. He was like, dude, you're cutting all ties to New York, huh? I'm like, no, I'm not cutting all ties, but it just makes more sense to have a house there than here.
And we found out Rick's old colleagues, old teammates, why they never call you, or as soon as Rick left, done. They never talk to you.
Well, some of them do. I don't really want to get into that.
I just find it bizarro. I'm sorry. I don't know. I didn't think guys were like that. I thought girls were like that.
Girls can be like that. Guys can be a-holes and D's.
Well, it's kind of like that when I worked on Housewives. I mean, it was a job. It was a job, and no one talked to me afterwards.
Yeah.
Except Shannon.
Yeah, you kept a couple of friendships for a little while. They were scared.
You were scared.
They were scared to talk to you, and I think that may be in Fox. They were scared to talk to me. Andrew's calling right now. I'll call him back after the show. We took a walk today, like as exercise. We walked about 3 miles, and during the walk, first we saw a wild turkey. It was like this big.
We saw 5 of them on our drive back.
You did?
From Riverhead.
And then we walked to this market. Well, what do you call that? It's a roadside stand.
It's like a farmer's market, like a roadside stand. Fruits and vegetable stand.
It's been there forever. Like I used to go there and buy cooked chickens. A cooked chicken for dinner. For whatever reason, they would make cooked chickens over there. But they also sell fruits and vegetables and stuff. And we shot a little video. It's kind of cool.
How good this looks like. This lemon pie.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, and look at this peach cobbler. Yum. Yeah. So we walked, what, like a mile, I would say?
Probably a mile, yeah.
And got some cucumbers and
your onion.
At the farmer's market. It's so cute. They have clams here. They have local sea scallops. They have oysters. Baked goods. I love this kind of stuff. It's like country living. I like it.
I used to come here and get chickens, cooked chickens. They used to do cooked chickens at this roadside stand.
Hot dogs, burgers.
It's right around the corner from our house in Westhampton.
So cute.
Thursday, I'm doing Newsmax. I'm going to go into the studio.
Yay.
I'll be live on set with Rob Schmidt Thursday, and we hope you'll watch. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And Wednesday night, we're going to go to the Comedy Cellar. So
your friend runs that place, right?
My buddy Noam owns the Comedy Cellar and like 2 other clubs. And he even bought the McDonald's. You know that McDonald's on 6th Avenue in like the Village?
Oh yeah, I go there all the time.
No, you know the one I'm talking about, or no?
No.
Anyway, he bought that. I think he's doing something, turning it into something else. That was a year ago. But in any event, we're going to go to the show, so we'll report on that later in the week. And don't forget our live show. Kelly and I are going to Detroit. October 13th, we're going to do a live show. We've been discussing skits and things that we're going to do with the audience. Tickets are selling out fast. So if you're interested, go to rickandkellydetroit.com.
I want to talk a little bit, too, about the Heather McDonald and Jeff Lewis and Megan fiasco.
Okay.
I don't want to get involved. People keep texting me, DMing me on Instagram and everything, wanting to get my take. I don't want to get involved at all. I didn't want to get involved in the first time they came over my house.
Yeah.
And I like Heather and I like Megan a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
She's like, you know.
I like them both too.
And Megan's like a really good friend to me. She has been for a long time. Yeah. And I just don't want to get involved in the minutia of their drama.
Okay, so everybody who's asking for your thoughts on it, your thoughts are, I'm staying away.
I'm staying out.
Let them handle it. It's their beef, not mine.
Right.
Fair enough. I think that's a smart play.
Well, it's true though. If I had something to say, I would. I like them both, and I love Jeff.
Well, now now this whole new thing is between Heather and Jeff.
And Krista now, you know, isn't friends with her. It just sucks. And my brother ran into Shannon Bedore. She was talking smack about me.
She was?
Yeah, but it's all right. She's upset. And
okay.
I'm like, upset about what? Upset about...
Is that what Eric said, that she was upset?
Yeah, she's upset. She said I ruined ties with her because of what I said about John. Like, that's so when she talks such crap about John,
yeah,
it just really, really irritates me.
You did not talk smack about John. There's a lot of stuff you could have said that you didn't say for a very long time.
Right.
And when we did say something that she probably didn't like, we apologized for it right away.
Oh, well. You know what? Good luck. Good luck. That's all I can say.
Okay, well, that's what I have. And before we get to In the News.
Oh, yeah?
Are you ready for In the News?
In the News.
We have to roll through this anyway.
This is so damn good, you guys. I'm telling you right now. Purchase your Iylia wine.
Yeah, you need to get some.
You can get some.
It's really good. Especially the Moscatel Macabeo. The rosé is really good if you like rosé. The Roble Red is fantastic. Chardonnay is good. Mm-hmm. She has a new product coming out too.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in the news, masks don't help. The mask mandates did nothing. Will any lessons be learned? By Brett Stevens, opinion columnist for the New York Times. Okay, this is the New York Times.
Wow. Everybody is so woke and so far, the other way. If the New York Times comes out with this, they have to understand that this is true.
I'm reading from the New York Times. The most rigorous and comprehensive analysis of scientific studies conducted on the efficacy of masks for reducing the spread of respiratory illnesses, including COVID-19, was published late last month. Its conclusions, said Tom Jefferson, the Oxford epidemiologist who is its lead author, were unambiguous. Quote, there is just no evidence that masks, make any difference, he told the journalist Mary Ann DeMasi. Full stop. That's a quote. Full stop. But wait, hold on. What about N95 masks as opposed to lower quality surgical or cloth masks? Quote, makes no difference. None of it, said Jefferson. What about the studies that initially persuaded policymakers to impose mask mandates? Quote, they were convinced by non-randomized studies, flawed observational studies. There is no evidence that many of these things make any difference, including masks in conjunction with other preventative measures such as hand hygiene, physical distancing, or filtrations. These observations don't just come from anywhere. Jefferson and 11 colleagues conducted a study for Cochrane, a British nonprofit that is widely considered the gold standard for its reviews of healthcare data. The conclusions were based on 78 randomized controlled trials, 6 of them during the COVID pandemic, with a total of 610,872 participants in multiple countries. And they track what has been widely observed in the United States. States with mask mandates fared no better against COVID than those without. I just want to say this one more time. There is no evidence that masks make any difference.
You know what it does? Washing your hands.
Yes.
Washing your hands. I can't tell you how many disgusting people are out there when I go to the bathroom, a public restroom, and they walk right out.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
And then
they have a mask. They have a chin diaper on. Like it blows
and they're touching
my
that mask
mind.
with their dirty fingers. So Dr. Anthony Fauci, who told us all to wear masks throughout the pandemic, he was on CNN and was confronted with this study that shows that face masks made little to no difference in the course of COVID-19 pandemic, and the anchor actually. CNN's Michael Smerconish actually said to him, when you're talking about the effect, it said to him, what about these masks? This study that says masks made no difference. When you're talking about the effect on the epidemic or the pandemic as a whole, the data are less strong, Fauci admitted to Smerconish. But there are other studies, Michael, that show at an individual level, for individuals, they might be protective. What does that mean?
Well, it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo trying to get around and going in a circle and not answering the question.
He was eviscerated on social media.
He's a liar, a big fat liar, and all these people believe him. And we have a Patreon that came on our Zoom. Mm-hmm. She's a nurse. She works in. Well, I have two or three doctors and nurses. And NPs too, nurse practitioners, and they were like. People go, we're not wearing a mask. No, they're like, what? Are you one of those right-wing Republicans? And she's like, no. She's like, I am just a person who is educated and knows that the masks don't work. It is like throwing sand through a volleyball net.
Fauci admits, this is a tweet from Senator Rand Paul. Fauci admits that masks don't work for the public at large, but still absurdly claims masks work on an individual basis. More subterfuge. And then someone else wrote, this is amazing. According to Fauci, masks work at the individual level, but not the pandemic level. Makes sense.
What I think he means is at the individual level. So in a hospital where things can be controlled, right? You need to have masks when you're doing surgeries. It's been going on for years.
No, he wasn't talking about in hospitals.
Well, maybe he said one-on-one. I think that's probably what he was alluding to.
He was trying to say that for you, if you're one person and you have some kind of respiratory whatever, and you're wearing a mask very carefully to protect yourself, that it can be helpful on that for you, that one person. He's saying it could be helpful, even though the studies suggest that it's not.
Okay.
He's trying to say that for any individual person who follows protocol, it could be helpul. It's like a window for him to say, oh, yeah, but okay, but for that person.
This is the thing I don't understand. Why do people believe these people? I don't understand it. And like when I got slammed, I know you guys get sick of it, but when I got slammed by Andy Cohen about the mask, why don't you like the mask? They don't work. I said it before. Now, bam. And he called me. He said, I went on the wrong side of history, and I want to get this thing. I want to go like this to Bravo. Look at this.
This is why I brought it up.
I want to get that. I want to shove it right up, you know what, to Bravo. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. You listen to that freaking... those people out there that are the big mouths that don't know crap.
Yeah.
Go and look it. Now your ratings suck. Good for you. Bravo, Bravo. Bravo, Bravo.
Kelly was right, okay? Kelly was right.
Now, the whole Bethany Frankel throwing a whole lawsuit thing, I'm going to talk about that on our Patreon. I'm going to talk about exactly what is going on, and I'm going to talk about that on Patreon.
I'm going to interview Kelly on the Rick and
Because our
Kelly
Patreon people want to know what I think about Bethany Frankel.
Kelly has not really spoken publicly about Bethany's efforts to go after
yes.
Bravo.
Go after Bravo.
Well,
but I'm going to talk about this.
I'm going to get her all of her opinions and share them with our patrons on Patreon this week. And it's an emergency Patreon. It's not actually an emergency Patreon.
I wrote to Heather McDonald, go, emergency Patreon? Should I put that in just to make fun of her?
She did an emergency Patreon to talk about her feud with Jeff Lewis. And I said to Kelly, I was like, why is it an emergency?
Yep. What's an emergency for?
Why is it an emergency?
Then we started listening to her podcast.
Yeah.
And her emergency Patreon. And we're listening to it on the airplane, right?
Yeah.
So then I text her and I'm like, why aren't you saying Jeff Lewis or that comedian's name? And she's like, because he said never mention my name again.
The Martindale guy.
Martindale.
She said that's, and then you said, well, what about Jeff Lewis? And she said something like, I'm not talking about this anymore.
Yeah, I'm not talking about this anymore.
Whatever,
And so I tried calling her, and she will not return my phone calls.
She will. You'll talk to her, and you know what? Listen, Heather is a cool, fun, awesome woman, and her husband's a cool guy. I like her kids. They're always welcome in our home.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Because Jeff's our friend, and Megan's our friend too.
Right.
And Chris is our friend. So it's hard when your friends are fighting amongst themselves.
It is.
And I think we should do an emergency Patreon about that.
Yeah, we're going to do an emergency Patreon. Talking about our thoughts.
Yeah. I'm glad that the studies have backed you up.
But people people want to have a sense of safety when they wear those masks. It gives them a sense of comfort. And if they want to wear that mask,
it was a waste of time, a waste of money.
If people want to wear that mask, go for it.
Yeah, sure.
That's your prerogative. That's your right. That's your civil liberty. Do not make me wear that mask.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. I didn't do it the last time. I was anti-mask.
We're not doing it.
And I'm not doing it again this time. Because there is an election coming up.
No
way am I doing that again. And how stupid were people to follow the rule of going into a restaurant and then taking it off? What good do you think that possibly... Anybody with a freaking critical thinker or anyone that had any kind of brain cell would know that was ridiculous.
More on that on Patreon this week.
Sorry, I got my rant.
Also, we saw two people in the airport wearing cloth masks. Like cloth, like cotton. Like, buddy... It's not, that doesn't do anything. It only makes you breathe your own air.
I don't understand how people even think that a cloth mask does anything.
Yeah.
It's microscopic. They have a thing where it showed the smoke versus the
smoke molecule is like that big, and the COVID molecule is like the size of a tick in the middle of that big ball. And it's like, that is fine. And then the holes in the mask are this big. It's just all going right through it. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. On that note, we're going to go to dinner.
We're going to Dockers.
Yeah, Dockers. Thank you guys for being here. Bring you another smash tomorrow.